Hi, welcome to Mindful Healthy Habits with Kevin. Today I'm going to talk about how to get your second wind, how to find that energy that's within you that you don't necessarily think you have. I'll give you one example. At the end of a long day, you're driving home or you're walking home, you're on your way home, and you have some time. You have some time when you get home, and you think to yourself for just a quick second, what am I going to do when I get home? And the first thought that comes up is, I'm tired, I've had a long day, I don't feel like doing anything, I just want to not do anything. If that thought comes up on your way home, that is exactly what you'll do. You won't do anything, you won't accomplish much, you won't be very productive, and you're going to be stuck in that I don't feel like doing anything all night, and you're probably going to end up just sitting and watching, maybe even drinking, maybe even consuming stuff that you shouldn't. So there's a nice way that you can avoid this. When you're on that ride home and you're feeling sluggish, you're feeling tired, you're feeling like, I just want to go home and do nothing. Don't think about it at the time, because you don't need to think about it if you have a plan already made. And the plan is to do 4 or 5 things when you get home, and that is your routine. You don't think about anything else, you just do those 4 or 5. Now, after you're done those 4 or 5, you're going to feel much better. You're going to have more energy, and you're not going to automatically fall to the default of like, I just want to do nothing. I just want to lay and do nothing. You're going to feel much more energized after you do these 4 or 5 planned activities that you're going to do every single time. So on your way home, don't even think about what you're going to do, because you already have it planned out. It's not going to take very long. You can do it when you're hungry. You can do it while you're cooking. You can do it while you're preparing a meal. Some of this stuff you can do during that time. And if you stick to the plan and don't let the thought of, I don't want to do anything, I'm so tired, I'm just done, I don't want to do anything. Don't let that creep up in you. Let that pass. And then just stick to what you have planned. Here are some things that I do at the end of a long day, just to get the energy flowing again, get my mind kind of focused on something other than doing nothing. Because that's what you feel like. If you sat and thought, and you have a time, let's say you have 2 hours open after work, you're not going to do anything in those 2 hours unless you have it planned out. Or unless you have your habits, kind of like your 4 or 5 things that you're going to do when you get home, before you give in and do nothing. So here's tip number 1. Have on your plan somewhere to do a cleaning blitz if you haven't already. Cleaning is amazing for moving around, slowing down your busy thoughts, and kind of getting you out of your kind of rut, that feeling of being stuck, that I don't feel like doing anything. So spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, put on a couple of your favorite songs, and just clean. Clean all your areas. Get as much done as you can in those 5 or 10 minutes, however long you have dedicated for that. And just clean, tidy up, get things moving. Second tip is a breath work, some sort of a breath work, an energizing breath work to get that feeling of being stuck. I don't feel like doing anything. That there's certain types of breath work where you can calm down, and there's certain types of breath work where it like, whoo, energizes you. It makes you feel good. It changes your energy flow. And at the end of a long day when you're tired, this breath work is amazing. So I'll just run you through a real quick example of it, and then you do, a few rounds of this. But it's just simply sitting nice, upright, finding a chair to sit in. You can do this standing. You could do this laying down as well. So when you want an energizing breath work, you're going to emphasize the inhale. So it's always the opposite. When you want to relax, you want to do an exhale. You want to emphasize a longer exhale. And when you want that energizing breath, you emphasize the inhale. So this is just a simple inhale through your nose, really deep, and then exhale it out rather quickly. Now, that first round is slower. It's just a deep inhale. Let it out relatively slow. The second round is a little bit quicker. And then the third round is the quickest. That was the simple version of it. Now you're going to feel a little lightness to your head. Take another deep awareness breath when you're done. And notice the changes. Notice how you feel. It kind of just gets everything stirred up, that breath. You can do a few rounds of this. You can also add a breath hold to it as well. So on that last breath, you inhale, hold at the top, and then exhale it all out. You can add different variations to this breath. That was the kind of the simple version. You can do 3 or 4 rounds of it. And it's an excellent way of getting things moving, getting the circulation flowing. So that type of breath work where you really emphasize the inhale, a nice deep inhale, the exhales are relatively quick, that will get you going. Third tip, after you've done your cleaning blitz and you've did a little bit of breath work, is to get some movement into your body. Some people, just really simple, you can do some jumping jacks, you can do some push-ups, just do anything to move. My go-to movement is a figure 8 movement that I do. I kind of stretch my shoulders and my back and my hips all at the same time. It'll also release your knees and your ankles. So I'll show you this tip. If you can get behind a chair and reach, you can do this on an island or at the back of a couch sometimes, and you just go into a figure 8 motion with your hips, okay? Just moving, and then you connect your breath with it. So inhale through your nose, exhale through pursed lips, and then go in the opposite direction. This one movement, this figure 8 infinity symbol movement, is so good for so many parts of your body: ankles, knees, hips, lower back. And now with this extension, you're getting your shoulders kind of into it as well, and you're really stretching the back out. So really emphasize the breath and getting into this figure 8 movement. Maybe go for 5 to 10 minutes, just closing your eyes and moving. Just moving right now, getting those hips going. Taking a deep stretch in the shoulders here. You can also come down into a squat and go into your figure eight from here. This is really excellent as well to get the energy flowing and moving. So anything that kind of gets the circulation going. Sometimes I'll just lay on the floor and I'll do like a mobility blitz for 10 minutes. I'll just breathe and stretch. But these figure eight motions going in both directions are always part of the magic of just feeling better when you're kind of in a rut. My next tip, and some people can do this and some people have trouble with it, but it's just to take a real quick cold shower. You don't walk in the shower cold. You always end with it cold. So you can walk into it warm, and it's not a real long shower. I always save my warm, hot showers for the end of the evening when I'm starting to wind down. This is just a quick shower just to get things circulated. So you start with it warm and you just kind of brush the water on your hair, and then you turn it to a little bit colder, and now it's kind of lukewarm. Same thing, just get circulated. Then I turn it again, a little bit colder, go for a few seconds, a little bit colder, and then all of a sudden you start to get into that cold range. And then I just focus on my breathing, because you're breathing, you're gonna wanna hold your breath when that cold water hits you. You're only going for a few seconds. You go to almost as cold as you can. You energize it, pat your arms down, turn the water off, and then you're gonna take a deep awareness breath. And you're gonna feel just so energized when you come out of that shower. You towel off, you get on some new clothes, and then that's your evening. You're into cooking or whatever it is that you want to do that evening, whatever it is you want to accomplish. Just get those kind of basics in. Get some movement, get some breath, get some cleaning done, get some organizing, and then hop into that cold shower just for a few moments. And if you do those 4 things, you'll feel so much better, and you won't automatically run to your default of like, oh, I don't feel like doing anything, I'm just tired, I just want to lay and do nothing, right? If you can get those 4, if you can make that a habit, you'll feel much more productive. And then the thought of like sitting down doing nothing, you still may end up doing it, but there's a better chance that, hey, I'm better now. I feel really good. I might do this. I might do that. I might go for a walk. I might stay productive. I might get some work done tonight. Maybe I'll continue cleaning and organizing, getting things ready for tomorrow. So that's just a way to stay out of your rut. When you're talking about movement as well, getting into some sort of a yoga flow, maybe you just want to sit just with your hands on your thighs. Maybe you just want to close your eyes for a few minutes. You're not able to do that at work. You're not able to do that when you're driving. So when you come home, maybe that's your opportunity just to close your eyes and just settle, let everything settle for a moment. And maybe that could be part of your routine. But definitely get a routine of 4 or 5 things that you like to do, and that is your go-to. You do it every single time, and you just get used to it. And you don't give in to that thought when you're driving home of, what am I gonna do when I get home? I'm tired, I don't feel like doing anything. And then once you get these 4 or 5 things done, then it just changes your whole perspective on the evening, and you have that newfound energy, and it's like a second wind that you didn't think you had. It's in you. You just got to be able to bring it out on a daily, consistently, a consistent basis, and you'll live your best life by doing that. I hope you enjoy today's video. I have links in the description to my other channels, which will give you some tips on how to be more mobility. I have a mindful mobility channel. I also have a meditation channel where you can learn different types of breathing, and then a yoga channel if you are looking to get into more of a yoga flow, maybe first thing in the morning or at the end of the evening, just to get that energy moving. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you.